The next morning, District 9 smelled like burned ozone and denial. Government drones hovered above the cracked street where the demon had dissolved, projecting a clean, holographic message over scorched asphalt. Dimensional threat neutralized by ranked response unit. Ren stood across the street, eating a convenience store bun that expired yesterday. Ranked response unit, he muttered. He glanced down at the still cracked pavement where his fist had landed. Sure. The drones scanned faces in the crowd, recording, cataloging, assigning. District 9 wasn't cleaned, it was monitored. Ren pulled his hood up and walked away before a camera decided he was interesting. He didn't feel different. He checked. He flexed his hand. Still hurt. Still bleeding through the bandage he'd wrapped himself. No glowing aura, no dramatic music, just sore. He reached his apartment and stared at his reflection again. His shoulder wound had stopped bleeding. It should have needed stitches. It didn't. That's annoying, he muttered. He poked it. It hurt. Okay, good. Still human. District 9 didn't care about government rankings. It had its own. Not official, just practical. Who could fight? Who could take a hit? Who could survive the night? The streets below the rail system were run by 3 gangs: the Rust Dogs, the Lantern Syndicate, and the Iron Choir. They didn't fight for ideology. They fought for territory, relics, and betting rights in underground arenas. Ren belonged to none of them, which meant all of them tolerated him, barely. He stepped into the market strip beneath the tracks. Vendors sold stolen military tech beside demon bone fragments and counterfeit relic shards. A man in a metal mask called out, "Fresh dimensional cores! Still humming!" A woman with cybernetic fingers whispered, "Suppression tags, 5-minute aura dampeners. Legal? No." Ren passed it all without slowing down. He stopped at a noodle stand run by a tired woman who never asked questions. She handed him a bowl without him ordering. "You're trending," she said flatly. Ren blinked. "That's unfortunate." She tapped her wrist pad. A feed popped up. Ren Suzuki, Unranked. Clips from the ranking facility. Slow motion of the error screen. Laughing students. Comment threads already brutal. System glitch. Lower 9 trash. Probably defective. Deport him. Ren slurped noodles. "Nice angle," he commented. "They got my good side." She stared at him. "You're not worried?" "About what?" "Being unranked." Ren chewed. "I've been below F my whole life," he said. "They just made it official." She didn't smile, but she didn't argue either. The problem with being unranked wasn't government discrimination. It was how it changed how people looked at you. You weren't weak. You were undefined. And undefined scared people, or tempted them. Ren felt it immediately, eyes following him, whispers shifting, calculations being made. He turned down an alley near the train supports. 3 figures stepped out. Rust Dogs. Their leader was the same F-class kid from the cafeteria. He had a split lip now, and rage that hadn't cooled. "Unranked," he said with a crooked grin. "You embarrassed me." Ren sighed. "Did I? You think you're better than ranked fighters?" "No," Ren said honestly. "I think I'm tired." The F-class kid activated his aura. It was faint, yellowish, weak, but visible. The alley lights reflected off it. Ranked, official, government-approved strength. Ren had nothing glowing around him, which made him look smaller. "Let's see what unranked really means," the kid said. 2 others flanked Ren. One cracked his knuckles. The other pulled a short baton crackling with low-tier electricity. Ren looked at the baton. "Okay," he said calmly. "Before we start, quick question." The leader narrowed his eyes. "What?" "If I lose, do I still have to attend school tomorrow?" The kid blinked. "What?" "Because if this is optional, I'm considering surrender." The baton swung first. Ren stepped back. It grazed his sleeve. Static bit his skin. He winced. "Ow!" Second swing came harder. Ren ducked. The third kid lunged low. Ren barely avoided it. They weren't coordinated, but they were ranked, and Ren wasn't. The leader charged with a shout, aura flaring weakly. Ren raised his arms and took the hit. The punch connected with his jaw. Pain exploded. He stumbled back. The alley spun slightly. Blood filled his mouth. The kid grinned.
"See, unranked." Ren wiped his lip.
"Yeah," he said softly. "I noticed." They rushed him together this time. No pacing, no testing, just violence. Ren tried to dodge. Too slow. The baton struck his ribs. Electricity surged through him. His muscles locked. He dropped to one knee. The leader grabbed his collar and slammed him into a dumpster. Metal dented. The kid leaned close. "You're nothing." The word echoed strangely in Ren's head. Nothing. Unranked. Below F. He felt something shift inside him. Not anger. Not rage. Alignment. Like a lock clicking into place. The next punch came. Ren moved. Not faster. Cleaner. He slipped the strike by centimeters. His fist shot up automatically, connected under the leader's ribs. Not hard. Precise. The kid's eyes widened. Air left his lungs instantly. Ren stepped sideways, avoided the baton without looking at it, grabbed the wrist holding it. Twisted. The bones snapped with a clean, sharp crack. The alley went silent. The third kid lunged desperately. Ren turned. His hand struck the side of the kid's neck. The kid collapsed mid-step. Not unconscious, just offline. The leader staggered back, clutching his ribs. "How?" Ren didn't answer. He didn't feel stronger. He felt clearer. Every movement around him looked slightly delayed, predictable, like he'd seen it before. The leader charged again out of pride more than logic. Ren stepped forward this time. He drove his shoulder into the kid's chest. The impact slammed him into the wall. Cracked brick. Aura flickered, then died. The kid slid to the ground. Done. Too easy. Too clean. Ren stood over him, breathing hard. His heartbeat pounded in his ears. The alley lights flickered. Just once. Ren blinked. For half a second. His vision sharpened unnaturally. Edges too defined. Colors slightly drained. His reflection in a broken mirror shard near the dumpster. Eyes. Silver. Just a flicker. Then gone. The leader looked up at him with fear replacing anger. "You're not unranked," he whispered. Ren tilted his head slightly. "I am," he said calmly. "That's the problem." He stepped back, walked out of the alley, didn't look back. Behind him, whispers started spreading fast. Rustdog's got crushed. By the unranked kid. No aura. No activation. No technique. Just efficient. Ren walked through the market again. This time, the stares weren't mocking. They were cautious. Someone from the Iron Choir leaned against a pillar, watching him closely. The Lantern Syndicate's runner whispered into a comm unit. Ren felt it. The shift. Below F wasn't a joke anymore. It was unstable. That night, he stood on the same rooftop as before. District 9 stretched beneath him, broken, loud, alive. He looked at his hands again, still shaking faintly from adrenaline, still human. "Okay," he muttered, "so I don't die immediately." He leaned back against the ledge. Above him, a ranking billboard flickered briefly. The word unranked glitched again, just for a second. In a government building miles away, a monitoring screen refreshed. Ren Suzuki. Unranked anomalous combat efficiency detected. Growth variable. Active. Probability spike. A man in a dark suit stared at the data. Interesting. Back on the rooftop, Ren stared at the skyline. He didn't know about the screen, didn't know about the spike, didn't know about the calculation happening around him. He just exhaled slowly. "Below F," he said to the empty sky. A faint silver shimmer flickered in his eyes, gone before he noticed. For now.